Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's Freaky Friday, and because I've been working really hard in the kitchen, I had to do the thing from home today. So I don't know if you can see the sunset. Is that okay? That's a beautiful sunset. There we go. Lovely sunset there, really blown out in the back. Weather's been quite nice today. It's in the low 20s. In the sun, it could have got up to a little bit more. 23. So let's see, there's 69 people watching, and I'm outside, but I'm going to go back inside now because I want to show you some stuff on the computer. Snow coming in the south tomorrow. Oh dear. Right, so I'm going to go off this camera now. And we're back. Oh, wow. It's going to be plenty of weather in the next few days, you see. As I said, it's been quite nice today, 20 odd degrees in the sun. Am I square there? Let me get a square. There you go. It's got my, what's it called? There it is. Magic Circle Diploma. Everything okay? Is the sound all right? Oh, God, I can't see without my glasses. I've got to get my glasses. I can't see the questions. Bear with me. Oh, hang on. This is what we're going to talk about today. Well, I can't find them. I need a pair to find a pair. That's terrible. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to get closer. I can put it on the computer. Hang on. Okay, so I can see your comments on the computer. I've got to look that way now. That's a shame, isn't it? That's okay. Okay, ladies and jelly spoons, here we go. Is that better? Is that better? Okay, hola balconistas. You had them earlier when you did this. Yeah, they were my dark glasses. I was trying to find my real glasses because the dark glasses are just for distance. I can't read with them. Okay. Right. Let's stop this. Okay, welcome to Freaky Friday. I'm in my office today. I did actually sneak one of these out. Christina doesn't know. She's talking to her cousin who's in Landshut, which has the biggest church organ in the world, believe it or not. It's spelled Landshut, but it's pronounced Landshut. Okay, evening everybody, says Ian. Just been talking to Lois, and if she wants to come on live, she just needs to go to, let me do it like this. Goes to timothydow.com/live. In fact, anybody can do this. Press the join the live show button and you'll be automatically brought backstage. You won't be immediately on camera, and then I can have a look at you, and as long as you're not naked, then I'll press the button. You can come online and have a chat with us. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through the latest COVID figures. I'm going to try and do that live. So I'm going to share the screen here. Hang on. Let's just get COVID up there. Dosh, bish, bash, bosh. Bish, bash, bosh, as my mate Webby would say. Bish, bash, bosh. We're going to try and get him a channel as well, because he said he'd murder the lot of us, he says. Be fantastic, he said. He knows everything and everybody, and he really does. Lot to do with sport as well. So if you like sporty channels, then he's your one. He's your man. He's your man. Okay, Daniel did an English accent today on my WhatsApp. He sent me an English accent message. So I think I'm okay doing accents today. Oh, we're getting greener, getting greener. Let's have a look. Let's see if I can share this. Share the screen. Share the screen. Application window. I'm going to go for COVID-19 Canaries. Share. And then I'm going to do this. Is that working? Add to stream. Here we go. Okay, that's a bit small, isn't it? A bit small. We do it a bit bigger. There you go. Get Timothy Dowd live off. So these are the latest COVID figures. In fact, you don't even need to see me, do you really? There you go. So these are the latest COVID figures, which is, and of course my my logo is blocking it. So let me just turn that off. Turn the logo off. There you go. Is that better for you, ladles and jelly spoons? Very good. So here we go. I'm going to move the microphone over so I can have a look. So total today, 7,825. And if we look back at the old ticker, yesterday was 7,699. So it has gone up. The total has gone up. What else can we see? Let's go over to Tenerife. Tenerife has, wait for it, 4,800. There you go, 4,800 people have got COVID. Let me drill down here now. What was that last time? Yesterday, Tenerife had 5,101. So we've come down 200 people in the last 24 hours, which isn't too bad. Okay, if I now go to municipalities. Let me just turn this off. So we go to municipalities, and you can see at the top on the left here that we've got Santa Cruz, and I usually miss these two because these are the two worst, and they're in the north there. But it's 2,100 in the north. La Laguna is around about the same, 1,400, so it's not too bad. And then the big one now, and this was always Arona, was the next one. This one is going to be Granadilla, with 262 active cases at the moment. And Granadilla yesterday had 274, so they're coming down as well. Arona, which is Los Cristianos, and okay, so this was Granadilla. If you can see my mouse. No, you can't. You can't see my mouse, I don't think. No. So Granadilla de Bona is on the right of the green bit, in between the green and orange bit. That's Granadilla de Bona, and Arona is below the green bit. And Arona's got 247. Yesterday, they were on 262, so that's come down again. So we're on the right track now. Let's have a look, see if we get the hat trick with Adehi. Adehi is to the left of the green bit. 150. Now I know that's gone down because I think we're in the 160s last time I looked. And Adehi 157. So we're coming out also down. So that's not too bad. And the rolling average, which is what you're all waiting for, I suppose. Let's make it big here. That's even smaller. There's big. And let's zoom into the end here. This is live ticker. As you can see, at our worst, we were at 136.6. And now we're just over the 50 at 56.2. So at the end of the weekend, early next week on Monday, I suppose, I'm hoping to be able to say that we're below the 50 mark. And then on the next, what's the word? Then on the next Thursday, the Cabildo, or the government, will meet. And what will happen then is they will decide whether we come off the red traffic lights or not. So I've already done COVID, haven't I? Fade out and go to 2. So that was COVID for now. Sorry, DM, I didn't put the yellow thing around it, but it's right at the beginning, so you should be okay. You should be okay with it. I've got to do the final one, and that was COVID for today, Friday, the 15th of January, 2021. Okay, so let's get rid of the sharing. Stop sharing. Actually, no, we're not going to stop sharing. We're not going to stop sharing. I'm going to jump over to something else. You should be able to. Is that my email? What is that? Stop sharing. Share the screen. Application. I'm going to go for Noticias. Notes security. Untitled 2. Share the portal. Share the portal. So let's bring this back online. That's the stream. There you go. So if you go to the news website on what's his name in Spain, then you'll be able to get this. And then my browser actually translates it all into English, so I can either read the Spanish or the English. It's easier for me to read the English first, obviously, because it's my native language. And if something doesn't sound right or something's could be seen as something else. Oh, Tony's just arrived. Tony, I do see you. I'm going to bring you on in a second. Yeah, so what happens there is I'll just have a look in the Spanish and then translate the Spanish and see what's happening there. So, Tony, if you can hear me, put your thumbs up. Okay, I'm not sure whether he can hear me, so I'm going to bring him online anyway. Bang. Add to stream. Oh, here's Tony. Hello, Tony. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, Tim. Can you hear me?
I can, sir. I can. Let's get. Let's take this Mac offline. Remove, and let's go big screen here. Okay, Tony. You're not in the middle of your screen. There, yes, perfect.
No, there you go. How about that?
Yeah. Okay. What I'll do it like this. This is better.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Tony. Thanks for coming in. This is Tony Such. Is that? Did I get that right?
That's it. You got in yet? Screaming Lord.
Okay. Cool. And where are you calling from?
I'm from Brentford, West London, England.
Okay, Brentford. Yeah. Well, yeah, you got to be careful. We are international here. You know, it could be London somewhere else. We're international here. Have you got a drink?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, big ears.
All the best.
So what's your story?
That was not too much of a story. It's just that we played last year 3 times to go out to the Canaries, twice to Tenerife, and the other time was Gran Canaria. Lost a lot because of what's going on. We booked up again this year. Hopefully, going to go out in June. What do you reckon on that? Are we jumping guns?
I was being asked this morning. MacMaster asked me this morning, and what I'm looking and what I'm seeing is that we're getting good now. And the news item I'm going to read out, Angel Torres, who's the president of the Canaries, is asking the European Union to concentrate on getting tourism back to the Canary Islands. So he has it as a #1 priority on his agenda. So I think that as long as we all look after ourselves, it should be okay. Now, don't forget, we are stopping people coming from high-risk areas at the moment. So that's in our power to allow people in, but we're stopping people in high-risk areas to save everybody else. I'm just going to say, Andrew Horseman, thank you very, very much for the donation there. And we really do appreciate it. I really thank you very much there. One of our regulars there, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah. I'll take that off. Okay. Yeah, so basically what he's saying, we want to get it back as soon as possible. Now, the UK is the lion's share of the tourists of the Canary Islands. It's over 60% of everybody who comes from the UK. So it is a massive market for us. And also what he's saying is he wants people to know that they're safe here. So they've got to put a lot of things in place to make sure that is. We've already done a lot with the PCR tests, with all the new furnishings. Everybody's done everything up. So all the hotels have taken this opportunity to revamp and that. So, and they also want to bring in a couple of projects that we're already running called, what's it called? Future tourism and technological tourism. So you're going to be able to log online and see things before you do them. And then they will, based on your profile, they'll suggest what you want to do. And they want to promote things like wine, a vineyard, what they call visits, or walking the Blossom Trail, or hiking. So not typically your sand, sea, and sangria thing. So they're hoping then to get a more eclectic class of people coming as well, because we've had in the south we've had this reputation for being the Veronica's party island, and we're still going to be that. It's just that they're hoping to get other people or other interests as well in. So they spent a lot of money on that, and so I reckon June is a good. I think May, June is the earliest actually, but UK has to do their bit. They've got to get their house in order for us to be able to allow you in.
Yeah, we've got the vaccinations going now, which seems to be kicking off. I'm not one of the first in line, but I'm not the last, so hopefully I'll get it, and fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, we're talking about vaccinations as well. I mean, that's another thing. It's very new. So a lot of the reports that I've been seeing is also that the vaccination doesn't make you not contagious. So you can have the vaccination, but if you have active virus in your body, the antibodies in the vaccination will help you, but you will still be contagious for the 2 days before and 5 days after, I think it is, of when your symptoms start. So
but it's not only that, it's you could become immune to it, but you can still carry the virus and give it to someone else. It's not
exactly. You'll end up being a carrier, and you won't even know it in certain circumstances. No. Lois has just joined us. Yeah. Lois has just joined us. Lois, if you can hear me, I'll bring you on in a minute. Put your thumb up if you can hear me, Lois. Could you hear me before I brought you on, Tony?
Well, no, basically enough at the same time, really. I was trying to adjust the picture.
Okay.
I heard you call my name, but then I didn't know whether it was myself or because obviously you said Tony's there. And,
so Lois, if you're in, Lois is in the back office, you see, and I just want to make sure she's going to wait for a second.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so basically June's looking good as long as the UK's in order, I think, personally. Yeah. But again, who am I, Lonely guy.
That's the only worrying thing is that everybody, you need your Tenerife. They need us for the money, but you don't want no one to jump the gun, if you know what I mean, to let people in too quick before it's sort of under control.
Right. What we saw at the end of when we reopened in June last year, because we were in lockdown in March till June, what we noticed from June last year is also that the people who were coming were spending a lot more money. So we were getting more money with less people. So I think people were coming over and realizing that it's not a given that they come over on holiday every year abroad. It's like when we were kids, Tony. You couldn't go abroad twice a year, could you? I mean, you couldn't afford the BOAC. So I think maybe that might be a problem as well, because the air traffic people there, I don't think they can afford to sell $10 tickets anymore. And so I think there might be a change in the way we do holidays, and we'll see. Okay, Lois, I'm not ignoring you. You are in the background there, so just hang on for 1 second. Tony, so where do you stay when you come here?
It's the Guamina.
Okay, very nice. The Princess, yeah. I was passing there the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. We did book up to go to is it called Fantasia? It's a little bit further up. It's for
I've not been there.
It's like a little Disney world sort of thing.
That's right. I thought it was too near the airport for me. I mean, wouldn't the flights be going overhead? I don't know. My brother was offered that, and he said no.
No,
It's over in
well,
El Medano, isn't it? By the Gulf del
yeah,
Sur.
it's my granddaughter was coming, like, so it's more for children and adults, but I'll have
Well, we
enjoyed
have
it.
people living in the house here that are actors. They go and do dancing and roller skating and stuff, and they do a fantasy act, and that's where they go. They do the fantasy act over there. So it's
Well, so
really
they've got to see
nice. I
it,
mean,
'cause they've shown the videos of that sort of thing going on, and it's fantastic. Yeah, it really is good, but
cool.
it didn't happen.
Well, if you do end up coming over and your granddaughter also, then give her all our love and fingers crossed for June.
Right, cheers, Tim. Thanks for the time, mate. It's nice talking to you.
Very well done.
Thank you.
If you want to stay online, you're quite willing to. I'm going to bring Lois in now, and you can stay online if you want. If you want to chat with Lois,
Well, I've
or
just
if you
been
want, you
told
can leave.
ready, so I've got to go and have my tea.
Okay. Don't forget to press the little button at the bottom that says leave, and then I'll bring Lois on. Thank you, Tony.
All right,
Thank you,
okay.
everybody.
Right, cheers, Tim. Thank you.
See you. Bye-bye. Okay, so let's bring Lois on. Lois is coming online in 3, 2, 1. There she is.
Hello,
ladies and gentlemen, it's Lois.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm all right.
I know Lois.
Frustrated with everything today. I'm trying to stay here in Tenerife, and it seems like everybody's trying to get me to go back to the UK. So how about that?
That is terrible. I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah. So basically, sorry, carry on.
Just for a bit of background, Lois contacted me earlier on and said she's in Tenerife since the 6th of December, I think it is. And she was trying to meet up when we were walking around. It didn't happen. So last Tuesday, I made sure that we met up and had a coffee, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and a chit chat. And then I mentioned that if she ever wanted to come on and tell a story here, because she's been here since you're working the medical business. Am I allowed to say that?
I am a Pilates instructor, which has kind of gone up in smoke. So I'm kind of doing things online at the moment. But I'm a trainee osteopath. So I'm on my final year of doing osteopathy degree, which is my medical grounds. For people that don't know what osteopathy is, because a lot of people don't, it's like they've taken chiropractor and they've taken physiotherapy and they've kind of rolled it into one, and it's called osteopathy. So so I'm in the medical field and I'm a student on my final year. But obviously there's been some problems back home, and the clinic and the university have all closed down. And I came out to Tenerife because I've got an apartment here to sort of have a bit of recovery time. But while I was out here, then the new strain of corona took off back in the UK. And as a result, the university and everything has all closed down and gone online. So my flight has got cancelled. I'm supposed to go back tomorrow, but it's been cancelled until the 22nd of January. But I've been offered the opportunity to stay out here for 8 weeks, which I would like to do. The only problem is that insurances are an absolute nightmare, because I've asked my insurance if I can extend it by 8 weeks, and the answer is no. You have to take the first available flight back. But if that flight is still running on the 22nd of January, I have to take that flight back. They won't do any extensions. So I've tried to find some other insurance companies, the big ones like Direct Line. What else have I tried? I've tried a few of them anyway. The answer is no, you cannot take out insurance or extend insurance. All policies have to be taken out in the UK before you leave. So it's just a little bit. Yeah.
I think what that is in case you're trying to get insurance when something's already happened.
Oh, well, I don't know, but I just know that I'm out here for I've got a chance to stay for an extra 8 weeks, which I'd like to do. But obviously, while I'm out here, I'm not going to be insured for those 8 weeks. I have found one company that will give me insurance that I can renew from outside of the UK. It's a bit expensive, but it won't cover me for the corona. And that's why I contacted you earlier, because I've got a feeling the Canary government may be covering us. It's just that I don't like it. I would like to actually have an insurance that actually says, you are actually covered.
No, what AXA did is they put in place a thing whereby if you contract COVID and you're in a tourist accommodation, then you will be taken care of. And so being taken care of can be as simple as you don't have to pay anything, you just be taken care of, and it's covered by the AXA insurance. So what they will do is they'll isolate you in your room, and then they'll also give you medical that you wanted to pay for. If you do contract it and you become seriously ill, then all your hospital bills are paid. And if you were not alone, if you had family with you, they'd take care of them as well. But also what they've done is they've rented out these ITER houses, ITER houses, which are the eco-friendly houses on the southeast coast, which are beautiful. And so if needs must, they can house people there as well. But typically what the protocols are that you just stay in your room. And if you've got a pokey room, maybe they can move you to something with a bit more spacious and a balcony and stuff. But I think that's what the COVID part of the insurance covered, is any medical bills, any overstay. So if you need to overstay because you can't fly with COVID, obviously. So they would cover all that. So getting back to the UK, the repatriation is also paid in certain circumstances. So as long as you're in a tourist accommodation, or the apartment that you've rented is rented under the official UBI, which is the Vacacional Viviendas. And what that means is that if somebody's renting out their apartment, they have to be a certain standard, and they have to have a license. And they have to pay tax, obviously. So if you're renting one where it's official, and then they're under the UBI, so the VV sign, then you're okay. If you're just renting off a mate, then no. But I think you're in a place with a 24-hour.
I'm in a timeshare, 24 hours, and it's like spotless. They jet wash the pool every single day. It's phenomenal what they're doing here. So it is completely spotless. Even the rooms have got stickers on. They don't even open doors until you go in. And so I think I feel a bit happier now. So I could take the chance. I might just take that other insurance, which will just cover me for general, if I go roller skating and fall on my face or whatever I do, because I tend to skate anyway. So it'll cover me for that. So I suppose at least then I can go out and enjoy myself a little bit. But it's just a bit of a worry that I didn't have the cover for the COVID, and I just needed that bit of reassurance. But it would have been nice to have it all together.
With it being a timeshare, I would just check one last time, because if they class you as an owner and not a tourist, I don't know. Or are you part owner of this?
Yeah, part owner, I suppose. I'm on point system, so I don't know. I'll have to check it.
I think it would be.
I think it is.
But just check with them anyway.
We
got a lot of people commenting. Unfortunately, I've got my glasses on, I can't see. I've got to turn to the right now. Excuse my left ear. If Lois is in her own apartment, there's no cover, they're saying. What else are they saying? Hi, Tim, everybody. From what I can understand, the vaccine only protects you from a certain time. Nobody knows how long yet. Okay, so they're talking about that. Sue's saying we use Insure and Go, but unfortunately I've not needed to make a claim. So Insure and Go is somebody's recommending there.
Okay.
Craig is saying, don't forget thumbs up. Oh, that's for me. Thank you, Craig. What else we got? Paul Webb is saying, hi, Tim, hope you're well. January holiday cancelled third time. Just moved it forward again, £200 cheaper. Ooh, that's not too bad. Got anything for Lois? Anybody got anything for Lois? Here we go. Oh, no, that's the one I've already done. Latest news, the UK for insurance, they have to reimburse you. Okay. Anybody got any questions for Lois? Not yet. I haven't seen it yet. John Barrow, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donation there, John. Okay. Okay, there's no other questions for you, Lois. So what are your plans now? You going to stick around?
Yeah, I can do if you want to. Yeah, I'll hover for a bit longer and see if anybody can come up with anything. It would be really appreciated,
Okay.
but I'm not sure that we're
what
going
I'm
to
going to
have
do
much
now,
luck.
I'm going to go to the news. So I've prepared something that I'm going to read out, and I'm going to put an overlay on so nobody will be able to see us, so we can scratch our eyes and pick our nose and stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to read out a
Do
news
I
thing
just
that
stay
I
where I
saw.
am, or do I hit leave, or just stay here?
No. I mean, if you want to leave, that means that we can't see you anymore. But then you can go
Okay.
to YouTube and watch.
Oh,
If you
okay. Well,
want.
if you want to stay in touch,
Yeah.
I'll just assume you press a knob. I'm not very good with all this stuff. I'm quite new.
If you want to come back and talk to the people again, then stay where you
Okay.
are. And
All
if
right.
you just want to watch, then you can press leave and go to YouTube and
Okay.
just watch. All right,
Well,
it's
I'll
up to
stay
you.
here because you know
Okay,
I might get lucky and somebody there might be able to help me. So
that's true.
I'll
That's true.
get a pen and piece of
Could
paper and I'll make some
There
notes.
might be a little button somewhere that says comments, because I've allowed guests to read comments. So if one of the buttons will say banner, or maybe one of the buttons will say comments, or if
Right.
there's if there's like three dots, press that, and you may be able to see the comments yourself.
I've got three dots on me. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, I've got
Let's have a
comments
look at that.
on. I've
Comments.
got
If
a
you
chat
see,
with host another day.
no, not chat with host. The other one is if you see one with comments, that's everybody's comments. You can see that. If not, then leave. Go to YouTube, and you'll
The
see all the
general.
comments there. Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay, because I don't know how to do it.
Okay. Leave. Go to YouTube, and then you'll see all the comments. And then if anybody's helping you, you can reach out there. Okay.
The funny thing is, I haven't got to leave.
Don't worry, I can do this. Bye. I kicked her out. Sorry, Lois. Love you really. Love you really. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a quick look at the comments here. Hi, Tim from Virginia. Christopher, I saw you yesterday, Christopher. Too late. I saw your comment. It was too late. I'd already gone. Which news? Okay, there's two newses now. Breaking news is there's 2 million people that have died from COVID worldwide today. We reached the 2 million worldwide today, so it is officially a pandemic. Okay, Paul says, I think when we open again, a lot of people will push the boat out and spend a little extra, maybe a higher star hotel, a few more excursions. I think so too. I think that it's going to be there's going to be a change in the way we do business, and it's going to be more quality, better quality, and people are going to. I think they're going to revere their holiday more, because you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? So anyway, I was going through all the websites, and I found this one, which is the website official of the Canarian government, and this took my eye. So here we go. So I will put all the links to these websites in the description. So this the Canary Islands defends coordinated European policies to be able to reactivate tourism in 2021 and face migration. So there's actually two things they're talking about here. It starts off by saying the president of the Canary Islands, Angel Victor Torres, spoke on Friday morning electronically to the plenary assembly of the Conference of Regional Legislative Assemblies of the European Union, or the CALRE, as they're called. And then he goes on to say they focused his intervention on the context of the health, social, and economic crisis of global scope. And he's saying that we need to come together. And we need to respect the fundamental values, especially in the case of the outermost singularity. And I went back to find out what he means by that. And what he's saying is that because of the people who are coming over on the canoes, we are getting a lot of people coming in to the European Union, because we are the European Union, and then they stay here. So that means the European Union isn't taking them on like they should be doing. So therefore, the border countries of the European Union are actually unfairly disadvantaged because they have to take care of people coming in. And I got some some numbers for you here for the people who are wondering how many people and how often. So regarding the arrival of irregular people in kayakos, which are the little boats, Torres took stock of the year 2020 when 23,600 people arrived in the Canary Islands from Africa. And he pointed out that the first fortnight of 2021 alone, there's already about 1,000 people have arrived. So he also pointed out that in the archipelago, the government of the Canary Islands currently protects more than 2,500 unaccompanied migrant minors. And to face this humanitarian drama and attention to these people, the president of the Canary Islands called for the solidarity of the European Union and the support of the Canaries to promote solidarity policies that carry a commitment to fair distribution. So what he's talking about there, it's impossible for all countries on the border to take everything alone. And it's impossible for the Canary Islands, which is the southernmost border of Spain and Europe, to assume without involvement with the rest of the countries, they're part of the European Union. So he's really asking for help for two things. One is the social and economic effects of the crisis needs to be brought to a head here in the Canary Islands to help us reinvigorate tourism. And also, we need help with the people who are coming into the European Union via the Canary Islands and Melilla, and also the people coming over into Italy and stuff like that. So he's saying all those people that are on the border should be helped by the rest of the European Union. So let me come back to me now. I'm going to turn this off. So that was the news that I read, and I thought that was quite interesting to find out what the actual figures were for people coming over. And in my drive around the other day, I did notice that in Fanya Bay Plaza, there were quite a few of the migrants, young men, who were sitting around and walking about, because they're obviously being put up there somewhere. And one thing I do have to say, though, is they all wore masks, and I let some people cross in front of me, and they all thanked me very much. So it looks like they're nice people. So it's not like there's somebody said, I hear there's gangs. So I don't think they're gangs. I just think they're people who have come here to escape whatever they're escaping, and waiting until their asylum has been ratified or not. That should take a bit of time. And if not, then they get sent back. And if so, then they are allowed to come in. So yeah, so that was that. I really apologize for the comment there. I can't see everything. The hotel I booked, I can see it if I press it. The hotel I booked in Correjo last month was just changed because the hotel was being used to accommodate the canoe people. Yep, they are taking a lot of the hotels that were either closed or have been renovated or about to be renovated for those people. There is also a sort of a military style camp that we've got, which isn't really nice. Yeah, but it's not as if they're being put up in a 5-star hotel and served cocktails. It's basically a place for them to sleep. A lot of people are saying, why can't we do that for people who are homeless that have been evicted? So there is also, what's the word? There's two sides to each story, and we have people on the island that are so poor that they can't afford to pay rent, and that we have landlords that feel it's their right to evict these people in the pandemic, and that should be addressed. Really, I think we should stop that to start with. But then we hear of people being put up in a 5-star hotel that come from Africa, and a lot of people are worried about that. But don't forget, those two things are being controlled by two totally different mechanisms in government. So they don't meet, unfortunately. And as in any big government, and we are a left-wing government, so there's a lot of social stuff there. And you know, with left-wing governments, they have to do everything by committee, and everybody's got to agree. They can't just go and be dictators. So it takes a long time to get things sorted here, but usually they have the people's well-being in mind. So that's a good thing. I'd just like to say thank you very, very much to Reichi. Thank you very, very much. I hope I got that right. Hi, Tim. Thank you for the information and a great live this afternoon with the MacMaster. Best for you, Christina. Greetings from Bavaria. Thank you very much. I used to live in Regensburg in Bavaria. Okay, I really need to get some glasses. Lois, yeah, there'll be some concrete evidence would be good, so to speak. Friend of mine on Facebook, the world has gone crazy, says Nikki. Just can't wait to come through to the other side. That's true. I mean, looking at things now, it's really weird. And Becca is saying, wow, looks like Tenerife is up to its neck in it. Not really. I mean, 1,000 people. We do have 900,000 people on the island, plus any visitors and tourists. So it's not too bad. But we do need help. Lois, have you tried insurance companies based in Tenerife? Was the question. Raimundo. Hi, Raimundo and Pat. How are you? 4 5-star hotels will not help the thousands of small restaurants and bars. Our own view is that Tenerife has got it right already. Fabulous hotels, a good selection of apartments. It's not. No, I understand what you're saying there, Raimundo. I really do. We all have to be patient and hope everything gets better. I think that's a good thing. I cannot find any insurance in Tenerife, says Lewis. Lois, latest news, all canoes via Sports Direct have sold out. We'll leave that one. Lois asks reception, yeah. Tricia, Tim, have you seen the new news from the UK? Travel ban to UK from 4 a.m. Monday from everywhere. I didn't actually see that. Travel ban to the UK from 4 a.m. Monday from everywhere. I read that you needed a PCR test to get into the UK from 4 a.m. Monday. I did not see that you're not allowed to come in. So a friend of a friend of mine was flying on Sunday, so they didn't need the PCR test. So they should just get in under the door. But if it's as bad as you hear in the newspapers and the news, then don't go for a while. Tricia said, no, that's that one. Then we got Lois. Okay. Roger says, I've just seen that. Oh, and Tricia, we have closed the corridor in today's briefing. Oh dear. Bob says you need to test and quarantine, but no ban. Bob, it sounds like this brand new. So I did hear about the test and quarantine. Thanks for the fabulous updating. Thank you, Fiona. Fireflies on. The lady was on earlier talking about insurance. Does she have the EHIC card for basic health cover as they're being honoured till they expire? Oh, that's a good thing, Lewis, if you're still watching. If your EHIC card will actually cover you for emergencies. So any emergency, just take your EHIC card to the Mahon Hospital above Los Cristianos, and they should honour that. So if you've got the COVID and your EHIC card, you should be okay. I think it's just your baggage and flight insurance just won't be there. But hey, take what you can. Okay, David says you need to test before coming here. I heard that one. Yeah, I heard that one. Ali Bennett. Hi, Ali. Not a ban. They stopped all travel corridors. Yeah, well, our travel corridor was closed anyway, I think, this way. So I should imagine that way is the same. Feel very sorry for Daniel. He seems to be really struggling. I asked him in December and he said he was okay. But today he said it's gone on way too long now. But if you subscribe to his channel and you support him like you support me and Christine, and also like you support the MacMaster and the Night Strider, then I'm sure that things will get better. But trying to sell an excursion in this climate, it must be really, really hard. And our hearts do go out to Daniel there. Colin says, Tree Surgeon has got let off steam with our mate Tim. You can do anything you like on this channel as long as you don't swear. Travel corridors closed means everyone must quarantine. Okay. Dun Trucking says, Tree, if you need a canoe, I keep saying Tree Surgeon should get his own channel. You can go to his channel and chat with him there. Do we know who he is yet? I think I know who he is. It's the Tree Surgeon. So Beachy Man 80 says, hi, Time. I think it's hi, Tim. Do you think a rental agreement would fit the requirements for entry to Tenerife, or actual resident permit is required? I'm ready to drive via Spain. I did actually look up this one, so I do know the answer to this one. You have to be a legal resident of Spain coming home to get in. And if you're not a Spanish citizen, then you need either the green registro, which was when it used to be proving you were part of the European Union and you were registered here as a resident, which you have to do after 90 days anyway. Then if you have one of those, you can come in. Or if you have one of the TIE, the Tarjeta Identificación Extranjero, which is the tarjeta is card, identificación is anybody, identification, and extranjero means foreigner. So the foreigner's identification card, if you have one of those, then you can get in. So Spanish citizen, foreigner's identity card, or the old registro, the green one, that says that you're registered as a resident. Just if you've got an apartment here or if you've rented an apartment here, that doesn't count, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. Okay, what we got loads here. Oh my God. So there's been more information on the channel than Sky. More information on this channel than Sky and BBC put together. Thank you. Thank you. I'll have to join the Journalists Union now. UK issuing the new GIHIC card, replacing the EHIC card. Yep. At the moment, I think the GIHIC card, I don't know whether it's, can you get it now? Is it available right now? And it also covers Liechtenstein and Switzerland and Norway and Iceland as well. So Lee says, great guy, Daniel Big Heart. He is. So, Viva Astria. Latest from Boris. Anyone flying into the country from overseas will have to show proof of a negative COVID test before setting off, effective on Monday. Yeah, I did see that one. And Lois says, what's the insurance mentioned earlier? Insure and Go, was it? Yeah, it was Insure and Go. But we've been saying since then that your EHIC card is probably all you need, because you're just worried about if you're going to have an accident. And your EHIC card does cover emergency. It just doesn't cover things like baggage loss and robbery and all that stuff. Poggy don't know. Ali says, Laughton trucking. Did I miss something? Roy Wood. I've been missing a lot if the answer is Roy Wood. Is the question, are you a wizard? Colin says, Tim, we really care about our Dan. We must all support him, folks. Yes, we must. We must. Hi, Ian, he says, oh, it's jumped. Okay, the old EHIC card does count, and the GHIC card will be available when the EHIC expires. Okay. And Dave says, soon we'll just need a long-term visa to stay long in Tenerife. Actually, I looked into that. There's no such thing as a tourist visa, because we are part of the Schengen agreement. And so all Schengen entry and exit is controlled by the EU. And the Schengen agreement says no tourists over 90 days. So if you want to stay longer than 90 days, then you have to have a reason. And the reason is of tourism isn't one. So they'll refuse that. You can stay longer than 90 days if you're going to study here, or if you're going to work here, or if you're doing research here. So research into the potency of sangria could be one, but I doubt it. So yeah, have a look at that. There is no such thing in Spain as a tourist visa, because we're part of Schengen. You're not allowed to issue them, you see. Otherwise, you could issue a tourist visa for over 90 days, but because you're in Schengen, you could walk over into France or Portugal, because they're in Schengen too. So there's no control there. So that's not going to happen. Anybody who tells you we're all going to get a fantastic visa is guessing, because they aren't. Andrew Horseman, thank you so much. Thank you so much. A comment and a sticker. If anybody wants to join Andrew and send us some love, There's a little dollar sign in the corner. We do appreciate all the donations we do get, and we do have a lot of regulars up there. We do also have the anonymous people that donate on the PayPal account, and you can get to that by going to timothydowd.com and pressing the button on how to support the channel. And we thank each and every one of you. We've been on 50 minutes now, so I'm going to go and have to go and cook. Shouldn't say this, it's a secret, but tree surgeon is Kylie Minogue. Well, I should be so lucky. Lois, you're welcome, says Sue. Okay, let's go here. Here we go, tree surgeon. Do you think early May stands a chance, personal view? What are we now? April, May. I think May, yeah, I think the 1st of May is typically our low season. So the end of April is the end of the winter season, if you like, and mostly 1st of May is our low season. So I don't know. We don't typically have many people coming over, and a lot of the holidays there are really, really cheap. In fact, I got a nice deal back in 2013, the 1st of May for 3 weeks, and I got it at 90 euros a night in a 5-star hotel Sheraton, which is usually 130 a night to 200 a night, depending on what time of year you go. So that was good. So May, legally, yes, but I don't know whether anybody's actually going to open up in May. June is probably the better way. Okay, Bob Barra's prediction really difficult. It is, yes, when it involves the future. Prediction really difficult, especially when it involves the future. Hey, Hong Kong Fui, long time no see. Could I spend 30 days in Tenerife, 30 in mainland Spain, then back to Tenerife? You can actually, there's actually a calculator you can use online. Basically, it's 90 days in the last 180. So it's rolling, yeah? So all you got to do is to count 180 days back. No, other way around. Decide how long you want to come for, and then count that number of days from when you want to leave again. Count 180 days back, and if that's not reached 90, you're okay. If it's over 90 days in that 180, then you can't do it. You got to change your plan. So if you're planning your holiday for 14 days, look at the date that you arrive back home and count 180 days backwards. And if you've stayed more than 90 days in that thing, including the holiday you want to do, then that's not allowed. Okay. Hong Kong Fui. Bob Barras is there. We did that one with a prediction. Divesh Patel. I hope you're both well. I have a question regarding owning a property in Tenerife. How long can we stay over in one go, and what is the time frame we can return back from the UK? If you own a property here and you're coming over as a tourist and you're not tax resident, or you don't want to live here as your main residence, then you're limited now to 90 days, because unless you're a European Union citizen, and then you can, it's not that you can stay as long as you like, but basically, if anybody stayed over 3 months and didn't register as a resident, then you became what we called an irregular immigrant, which means you couldn't be arrested, you couldn't be deported, because freedom of movement allows you to be here. You're just irregular because you should theoretically, after 90 days, you should register as living here. If you're not part of the European Union, then you become an illegal immigrant. And then they can either, typically, I don't think they're going to deport you as a Brit, but they might flag you, which means that the next time you want to enter Spain, you'll have problems. So be careful on that one. Be careful on that one. I'm going to have to turn the light on. Turn the light on. Actually, no, I'm going. We're an hour now. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see if there's any burning questions here. Firefly, if you have an Irish grandparent, you get an Irish EU passport. Yeah, once you get an Irish passport, you're okay. All the political and politicians in the country seem to adopt the same idea, no plans of their own. Yeah, I think thinking out the box is something that we need to do there. I've skipped over a few people with the... I skipped over a few people. Sorry about that. Percy Thomas Tibbler clip on the UK television today. Have you performed the trick of sawing a lady in half? And if so, who? And how much blood? I actually have done it in an American diner in Regensburg in Bavaria. And it was hilarious. Is that why Lee stayed 3 months and came back? I think Lee was, I think you have to leave after 90 days. Otherwise, you've got to register with the police. Hi, Tim. Is there a rumor that Bougainville Playa Hotel opens in February? What do you think? I passed it the other day and it didn't look like it was open. And I don't think they're going to open if nobody's here. So if it depends on who we allow in, I think. It depends on who we allow in. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a wrap. It's 55 minutes and 24 seconds. I want to thank each and every one of you for contributing today, especially Tony and Lois who came online. Don't forget, if you want to come over and chat to me, it's just as easy. I'll just ask you your story. You can chat as long as you like. You can just pop in and say hi and then leave. If you don't fancy coming on the show, right, then what you can do is just stop your camera and then we can still hear you, but we can't see you. So that would be quite good. So if you just fancy coming on as like a phone call, then all you have to do is when it says, can we access your microphone and camera, just say yes. And then before I put you online, just turn your camera off and then you're just in as voice. So that's another way of coming in. As I say, if I just got one question here, I think. If you get a COVID test before I go back to the UK, where can I get it? I'm in Los Cris at the moment. Any of the private hospitals are doing them, but I have heard that if you get one from Curon, which is in San Eugenio. So if you get a bus to the Estación de Guaguas, so you get a bus from Los Cristianos anywhere up the coast towards Fania Bay, you can get off at the main bus station. Get off at the main bus station and then walk a little bit further, and it's the first building you come to is Hospital Curon, and they are doing tests every day from 8 till 12. I think you do need an appointment though. And they get you the test back within 24 hours. And you can decide which type of test you want, but I think you need PCR for the UK. So that was the last question I'm going to answer today. If you need any other questions, don't forget to hit me up on timothydowd.com. You can send me an email there. There's a button to press email. There's also a button to support the channel. There's also a button to find out how you can join me live. And there's another button that shows you the blog where I have all my old shows. So Christina just turned the light on because I've forgot to turn the light on. And no, she's not coming to say hello, but she does say hello. Are you going to shout hello? She got a mouthful of water, probably. Hello. Hello, she says. Right, I'm off, ladies and jelly spoons. Thank you very much. You ready for Vamos a la Playa? Let's do it.
Vamos a la playa.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that little bell for notifications when I upload new videos. And we'll see you in the next one.